Sloan Bridge to Upper Whitewater Falls Trailhead is a 4.7-mile section of the Foothills Trail, which ascends Grassy Knob and Chattooga Ridge, offering several stunning views of Lake Jocassee below. This section has about 800 feet of elevation gain. During this section, you will also leave South Carolina and cross over into North Carolina for the first time.
Alright guys, so this is Sloan Bridge right here, parking area. Trailhead, there's a picnic area here and a privy. The trail crosses South Carolina 107 off diagonally to your right and continues off into the woods. Oh, technically the trail goes right there. I went to the picnic area, but technically the trail goes right here, goes right across. We are at mile 23.6. This next section to Whitewater Falls Trailhead, parking is 4.7 miles. Let's do it. From this section, the trail is going to gradually climb a moderate amount. Nothing too crazy. But you will be going uphill. This section is also cool because you'll have several views of Lake Jocassee. You'll see mountain views. You'll cross the North Carolina, South Carolina state line. So this is a very beautiful section. I'm gonna count this as a bridge. I am. Another bridge. Just past Sloan Bridge, not even point one. A little over 24 miles in. Figured to show you a little bit of the trail. All right guys, at 24.7. You're still climbing. I think you start to level out, but you join this roadbed. You could throw a tent there if absolutely necessary. This is a roadbed here. Trail follows along it for a bit. Feels like we've leveled out. No water from Sloan Bridge, so be aware of that. Just shy 25 miles, you come to the South Carolina, North Carolina state line. You'll see some red blazes, and here it is. This is just over 25 miles. At 25.1, you have the little bridge. At about 25.3 or 25.4, you have a climb, and you come over to this open space. I don't think there's an actual campsite here, but you could probably do a little stealth campsite. It will be dry, there's no water here. There's some flat spots here and there. But again, I don't think this is an actual campsite. So, but if you needed to in a pinch. And from here, the trail starts to descend. Ooh, so yeah, you had a nice little climb from Sloan Bridge to the boat right there. And now you got a little bit of a descent. At about 25.5 miles. .7. You come to a little spring here with the bridge. This has been the first water source that I remember since Sloan Bridge. So a little bit of rock hopping on the other side of this, but very easy, and a nice water source here, probably year round. .05 past that last break with the spring upstairs. And go downhill and then back uphill. Trail goes up around there. Alright guys, at 21.6 you come to this little gap and you come to the intersection with a Blue Blaze side trail that goes that way. Round Mountain campsite is 0.2 miles that way. It's a designated campsite, but you can see right here you have a little flat spot for a campsite as well, for one tip at least. So the Blue Blaze trail goes that way, 0.2 to the campsite, and 1.4 to road, North Carolina 281. The Foothills Trail continues to the right and uphill. I'm gonna go check out that campsite. So there's a little trickle of water here on the Blue Blaze side trail, not even 0.1 from the trail. Don't think that would be there year round, but I might be wrong. Alright guys, at about 0.3 miles, I think, off the trail, you have the Foothills Trail, you have Round Mountain campsite. Nice flat tent spot here, another one over there, another one over there. Could probably put 4 tents here. Not bad. I don't know if there's water here. I hear a little spring down here, which makes sense with all the rhododendron. Yep. So you come around the back. So if you want to camp with water, I would come down here, because that looks like a good little spring that's probably here year round, or mostly year round. But it is like 0.3 miles off trail. So if you're by yourself, I would camp at the top of the gap where we saw that sign where that was placed for one tent site, and just hike the 0.1 down to that little spring that I mentioned. This is a pretty nice campsite. A little off trail. Is it worth, a little over half a mile off trail? I would say so. It was downhill to here, so it's going to be uphill climb out of here. Anyways, off we go. All right, so as the sign says, the next campsite, at least designated campsite, is 5.9 miles from here. So if I was solo, I would camp right there in that flat spot and just bring up some water. But the campsite, Round Mountain campsite, is really nice. Anyways, on we go. We got about 2.2 miles to finish up this section. In about 0.6 miles, we're going to come to a really pretty section with a lot of views of Lake Jocassee below and the Escarpment and the Piedmont. There's going to be a bunch of benches built by Girl Scouts at the views. It's really, really pretty. If you like lakes, aerial views of lakes, you're going to like this upcoming 2 miles. You can already feel the green tunnel effect here, and this is the middle of winter, so you can imagine in a couple of months what this will look like once spring starts rolling in. You kind of see the escarpment feeling if you're up here on this mountain, and the mountain just dips down pretty abruptly over less than a mile, probably 1,500 feet here. As you can see here on your left, some Boy or Girl Scout groups built some benches here to take in the amazing views. We're at 26.6, and these were built in 2000 by Girl Scouts. Not bad, really pretty. So this is Badwater, the pumped, and I think that on the other side, a little further down here, is Lake Jocassee. Alright, over and out. Alright guys, coming upon 27.3, you're going to see a double blaze on this trail and a little bench here, and you get this beautiful view. And on a clear day, you could see really, really far. You could even see downtown Greenville. But we have that fire that's kind of impacting the view. There's Lake Jocassee. Very pretty. All right. You can see Lake Jocassee, Bad Creek. You can see Pinnacle Mountain from here on a normal day. And these benches were also built by the Girl Scout troop in 2000. There's one over there, and I'm sitting on another. So at these park benches, the trail takes a really hard switch back to your right. So it comes down this way. Switch backs down here. Continues here, so do not continue straight. Not that looks like much of a trail. Goes down this way. All right, over now. As you descend down to the road, you have this beautiful view of Lake Jocassee and Badwater. Really pretty. And it's all downhill from my memory to the road. Maybe a little climb. Mostly downhill and then a little climb. Have a little water source here. It's kind of flowing. Not a good one, but if you're just needing water, it'll make do. It's probably about 27.7 miles in. I'm having to guesstimate my numbers because I forgot to turn on my watch. So the numbers in this section might be off a little bit. Looks like there was a fire here some time ago. A lot of burned trees. If I can figure out when, I'll put it somewhere down below. Starting to smell a little of the smoke. .9. You'll see the road in the distance. That's the road that takes you up to Whitewater Falls. It's been all downhill basically. About 28, you have the spring. Probably here year-round, maybe. You got a rock hop across it. Nice little spring. And you can really hear the cars on the road now. Alright guys, 28.3 miles. You come to the end of section A9. This is Upper Whitewater gravel parking lot. You cross over this road that takes you to Whitewater Falls, and here's the parking lot.